Welcome to another beautiful day in Jerusalem. As you can see, I love Jerusalem, but we are on the way to the Western Wall. It's such an important day for every Jew here in Israel and in the world. It's such an important day for every Christian to understand what's happening here, because Jesus did the same thing. Da-da-dam! 3 times a year, every Jew must be in the city. This is one of the Jewish festivals, and the New Testament actually mentioned those 3 days. Passover is the most well-known holiday because Jesus was here, and that was the Holy Week of Jesus. You know it by Easter, but he didn't think about Easter. Easter is because of what happened to him, but he came for Passover. As you can see, most of the Jews are heading to the Western Wall, which some of you call it by mistake the Wailing Wall. Why the Western Wall? Very easy. That is part of the Holy Jewish Temple. And at the time of Jesus, you could actually you could actually come to here to enter to the Jewish temple. Sadly, the Jewish temple does not exist anymore. Instead of it, the Muslims built Al-Aqsa Mosque. Then the Jews can pray only at the Western Wall, which is a small part of the plaza that King Herod built. Now look how many policemen you will see here, because again, it's a sensitive time. If you are thinking about Jesus' time, that is one of the reasons why Pontius Pilate moved from Caesarea, the capital of the Romans in Israel, to Jerusalem. Look how beautiful it is. Another important thing that you can see, that most of them are religious. The secular Jews are still in bed, and because it's quite hot, I don't know if I mentioned it, it's very close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, very close to 40 degrees, and this is only, it's early morning, it's 8 a.m., it's a heat wave. Then I think that most of the secular Jews will be staying in air-conditioned places. This is the first time that I use air condition. The wall that you see in front of you is from the 16th century, built on top of ancient walls, but those walls were built by Suleiman the Magnificent, 16th century. We will enter through the Jaffa Gate. Jaffa Gate because it actually leads to Jaffa, which is Tel Aviv today. As you can see, the roads, or most of them, are being blocked because people are entering, and it's open for buses. Oh, it looks like it, or not. Then the idea is that you must let the people enter and go out of the city without any worry. I used the light rail and the train. I'm trying not to use a car when I'm reaching Jerusalem in those days. Then Jaffa Gate is in front of you. Then 3 holidays. Oh, it's so beautiful to see. There are, because it's so hot, the city of Jerusalem is giving each one who wants a bottle of water. It's so beautiful. Welcome to the old city of Jerusalem. To reach the Western Wall, you can actually do that through few main ways, but as I believe, because of the too many people, because of the sensitive day, they might force us to use different ways. No, it's too early even for that, but the barrier is already there. To your right side, you can see a fortress that was built by anyone who ruled the city, including the Maccabees, King Herod, and the Muslims. Now, the best way to reach the Western Wall is straight ahead. But I want to go through the Jewish Quarter because I want you to see things that you cannot see on a regular day. Then we're saying goodbye to the Mass. They know the shortest way. But I want you to see a little bit of the Jewish Quarter, although, as I believe, it's going to be quite empty. Why empty? Because the people of the habitats of the Jewish Quarter is already at the Western Wall, or still in bed. It's quite early. I was forced to do to visit it as early as I could, mainly because I need to be back at home early. But I wanted you to see or to be in that special day. Why the special day? Because twice a year, in both of the three festivals, Jewish festivals, which is Sukkot, mentioned in the Bible as well, the New and the Old, and Passover, Pessa'h. There's a special prayer next to the Western Wall. There's we expected to have there more than 50,000 Jews, but sadly the first one, the one that I will be, it will be more or less crowded, but not so crowded. The other one, an hour later, as I believe it will be very crowded. Now there are 4 neighborhoods in Jerusalem. This is the Armenian one, and the Armenian one is going to celebrate their Passover, Easter, in about a few days. This huge connection to the Jewish holidays. And yesterday, and I forgot to be here, yesterday they had a memorial day for their genocide in 1915. 1.5 million Armenians were killed, butchered by the Ottomans, the Turkish of today. And sadly, most of the world still not recognize it because the Armenian power, political power, is not important compared to the Turkish one. Then we will enter through the barrier of the Jewish and the Armenian Quarter. Let me see if I can do that. Looks like they blocked it. Yeah, they blocked it.
I don't know how to go from there. I need to look at that. I don't know where I'm going from there. I never go beyond here.
The lady is not happy. She said, I don't know how to go through there, but actually it's not a problem. Just follow the people. Then we are going through the Armenian Quarter. Oh, yeah. Yes, there's a car behind me. A car. That's the entrance to the Armenian Quarter. I do have so many videos of it. Oh, if you're talking about videos, I have more than any YouTuber. I mean, more videos than any YouTuber about the Holy Land. I have more than 20,000 videos, mostly about the Holy Land. And I will be more than happy if you will join my channel. Then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just want to show you maps of the genocide of the Armenian. Someone is almost tear it down. I don't know who. The rumors say that the Turkish are paying money for some people to, you know what. I don't know if it's true or not. This is only a rumor. Still, I want to enter to the Jewish Quarter. I'm not sure that they will let me do that this time, but I will try. Oh, police car. Ooh. I don't know, who's that important guy? Maybe one of the minister of Israel. He's driving Skoda. The Armenian Museum, which is worth visiting, is to your left side, sadly because of the war, and we are at a time of war between Hamas, Hezbollah, all those terror organizations against Israel. And in that case, it's more difficult to enter to that place. I think about 50,000 Jews in one place, and a person who can come to hurt them. That can be a little bit difficult. The Armenian Quarter is still to the left of us, and actually to the right of us as well. Let me try to enjoy the shade. Then in that case, if we're talking about Passover, Jesus was here as well, like any other Jew, but he prayed in the Jewish Quarter, in the Jewish temple. At this time, the Jewish temple was actually exist. Then in that case, he was there. And usually in the temple at that time, the high priest and the priest used to pray for you. Today, there's no more Jewish temple. Then every Jew is praying. You don't need the priest to pray, although in some part of, especially the first prayer of the day, and the Jews are praying 3 times a day, you must have one Kohen priest, Kahan family, Cohen family, priest families, and we had 24 priest families at the time of Jesus. If you're talking about that, Zechariah was a priest, the father of John the Baptist. Joseph, as we believe, came from a priest family as well. We are now at Zion Gate. If we'll go outside Zion Gate, we will reach the tomb of King David, but the room of the Last Supper, which is very important for us, mainly because that is where Jesus prepared the Passover meal, according to the Catholic, according to the rest, a day before it. Then in that case, why there? Remember, every Jew had to be in the city. Then in that case, it was very important for Jesus to be here. I mean, it's not very important. That was the only option for him. If you will go straight ahead through the road itself, you will reach the Western Wall, which is the lowest part of the city. At Jesus' time, that was the priest area. And according to the Christian, the priest house, Caiaphas' house, from the time of Jesus, was or here, or there behind the wall, or there according to the Armenian behind the wall. Then, same place. I'm making the detour. Although, as I can see, as I believe now, the Jewish quarter will be empty because everyone are heading to the Western Wall. Passover holiday, known in Hebrew as Pessa'h. I know that it's not an easy word to pronounce, Pessa'h, but it's important because the meaning of Pessah, and there's a meaning of everything, is to pass over. Da-da-da! Now you know why the Christians are using the word Passover as one word without a meaning, but actually it's pass over. And because God passed over the Jewish homes when killing the Egyptian firstborn on the very first Passover Eve. And this is one of the 10 things that God did to Pharaoh, who didn't want to send the Jewish people into freedom. Then in that case, we are celebrating it according to the Bible between 7 to 8 days. At the first 2 days, you must eat matzah bread, unleavened bread, which I must say, I love it. The only problem is that my stomach doesn't love it. It's blocking it, which is, good as well, because I'm waiting for it. This year, and a few the last year as well, unleavened bread became to be very famous, mainly because you can eat everything. If before that you couldn't eat cookies, cakes, bread, now we do have unleavened bread in so many shapes. So many shapes. Every place here in the Jewish Quarter, and welcome to the Jewish Quarter, is kosher. But there's a difference between kosher food to kosher for Passover. You won't find bread here. Another thing that you can see, and so that he bought a lot, we are not using the same dishes that we are using every day. And here you can see that there's kind of a plastic curtain that cover the leavened products, like I don't know, let's say cakes, alcohol. If it's beer, it's mostly with wheat, then not exist. Yeah, the Jewish Quarter is a little bit empty, but it's okay. There's a lot of shade. I don't like the heat in Israel. At least I can say that it's 40 degrees, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but not so humid. Not a lot of humidity. For example, this is a well-known bakery. You can see that it's closed because they're not serving unleavened bread, cakes. It's better for them not to do that, because if they wanted to do that, they had to purify and to clean and to organize the place for it. And because Most of the days here are holidays. In holidays, then the place is mostly closed. It's like Shabbat, and you cannot do a lot. Look at that family. They're well organized to their holiday with the best dressed of them. They are from the Ashkenaz family, and it's one family. Let me see how many children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I think more than that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's difficult for me to count. And if you know me, you know that I cannot count more than 10. And a lot of those Orthodox families they have more than 10 children. This is the center of the Jewish quarter. As you can see, the Jewish quarter is totally new. It's supposed to be the old Jewish quarter, but it's not. It doesn't look like an old place. It's actually totally modern and new. 1948, the Jordanians who occupied the old city, I must say, weren't supposed to be part of Israel, not part of Jordan, and not part of Palestine. It was supposed to be part of the United Nations. But in 1948, when the Jordanians occupied the future Palestine, the Arab Palestine, Jewish Palestine is called Israel, they occupied the old city too. And the first thing that they did, they destroyed the Jewish quarter. And the Jewish quarter, as you can see, it's totally new. I want you to see one of the entrances to the most amazing museum that sadly is under renovation for too many years. But they already mentioned that soon they will open the gate. And this is it. The World Archaeological Museum. You can actually enter to the priestly residence from Herodian area from Jesus' time. And it's still closed, but it will be open soon. And I'm begging you to visit it. Masha, עכשיו. It's 8:45 now. I need to be in the Western Wall at 9:30 for the priestly prayer. The only problem is that there's not a lot of shade there, then I'm trying to avoid it. It will take me 10 minutes to enter because they will check each one person who entered to the whole city. Barbecue. Mostly shawarma and falafel, but you won't be able to eat it with pita bread. Then I'm sure that they will give you that on a plate with but without any bread, or maybe matzah bread, unleavened bread. Now look at that. This is ATM, everyone knows it, but everything here is kosher. Then even the ATM is kosher. You cannot withdraw money on holidays and Shabbat. Another thing that you will see in each place here, the entrance, it's the mezuzah with 4 prayers in day, and the kosher certificate that tells you this is a kosher place. But as you already know, it must be in Passover even more strict. Look how big is the mezuzah. The mezuzah is part of the Bible. The Bible mentioned it. This is a huge one. It's still empty. Ice cream, because of the cones, it's closed. And here it's actually closed for those 7 days. As you can see, there's nothing in it. Another thing that looks closed, this is the famous shawarma and falafel area. And as you can see, because there's no reason for them to open it only for 2 days, and by that to prepare the Passover meals, then they decided not to open it. You can see that they blocked it because there are a lot of things that are considered to be non-kosher. If you are not sure that it's kosher for Passover, then don't eat it. That I want you to see another important museum here. It's called the Burned House Museum. Bet Katros, one of the 24 families, with an amazing view to the Jewish quarter, to the temple, and it's worth visiting. There's a beautiful movie in English as well, and other languages. I will enter the city not from the main entrance, mainly because I wanted to see a little bit of the Western Wall from above. Not a lot, but at least a little bit. The priestly prayer that I want us to see, and that's going to be, I think, in a different video. Maybe I will combine it to hit as well. Then I don't know. It's too early for me to think about it. Then the priestly prayer is an Hebrew prayer recited by the Kohanim priests family, actually descended of Aaron, which is the first priest. Look how beautiful is that alley. I think I'm not the only one who is doing that, and I'm sure that the viewpoint that I want to reach, it's going to be very crowded, because although they build a house that blocks a little bit the viewpoint, it's still beautiful to see the mass of all those Jews, part of the 50,000 Jews that are supposed to be here today. The text of the blessing is found in Numbers 6, between 23 to 27. According to the Torah, Aaron blessed the people, and God promised that, and that's now, I'm quoting, the priest will place my name on the children of Israel. The priest will bless the people, and I will bless them. The idea is that it's not actually the priest that are blessing, it's God himself that's blessing the Jews. And let me read it for you, let you translate it for you in Hebrew. Yeah, let's try to go through the viewpoint. Maybe you will be able to see a little bit of it. Then the text to be used for the blessing is specified in Numbers 6, 20 to 27. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, In this way you shall bless the children of Israel. You shall say to them, and that is now the words that you will hear later on, but in Hebrew, of course. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his face to you and give you peace, which is very important for us as well. So shall they put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. Now, you can understand immediately that the priests are only the vassals. Now we are mentioning, and the Jews are mentioning the priest prayer in every synagogue, because now there's no Jewish temple, and you can start to hear the first prayer of the day, Shacharit. Let me see if you can see something from the viewpoint. I'm not sure that I will be able to talk there. Then you can see the site of the Jewish temple in front of you. It's the Dome of the Rock now. Mount of Olives is in front of you. The tower on top of Mount of Olives. Where's the tower? All right, the tower is the Ascension Church. That is where Jesus ascended into heaven and promised to come back. You can see that some people are trying to find the best location. Al-Aqsa Mosque is now to your right side.
It is very nice.
It is.
From here,
I'm sure.
very nice.
I know. Oh, it's empty then. You will be able to see, but it's not an important site now because the building next to it is blocking most of the scene. Let me use first time that I've been here for I took a video. I actually came to the same spot, but the building next to it wasn't there, and I stood there from 6:30 a.m. just to reach those few moments. It took I had to wait for 3.5 hours. It's on my YouTube channel. You can actually look for it. Then let me enter through another entrance. Double check my bag. טיפה למעלה את יכולה לראות, אבל לא יותר מדי. She said, oh, we cannot see a thing. Then I told her where she can go. It's so hot. It's so hot. We are leaving now the Jewish quarter for like 1 minute. Through the Muslim quarter, we will enter to the Western Wall. You can see that it's actually being guided by the border police. Those are soldiers. Boker Tov. Remember that when I started the tour, I told you that you can actually go straight to the Western Wall? Here it is. If we will continue straight, we will reach the Temple Mount, which we cannot. We're not allowed. Then we will turn right to see what's happening at that entrance, because they're gonna check every bag, every pocket in your body now. And it's supposed to be a long line. You saw an Ethiopian Jew. No, all right, it's not a big line. Judaism is not a race. There are so many different colors, skin colors, which I love. Then they won't let me take a video of the entrance. Then kosher for Passover, please do not bring chametz. Chametz is unleavened, 11 actually, bread. Then I will stop video it now. Well, we entered to the Western Wall. We are wet, and they asked me not to stop here, but of course I will stop here to take a picture. This is part of the Shacharit, but I want, sorry, I want you to see, I hope that you can hear me, I want you to see the Ethiopian Jews. Gosh. It's so hot. That place is empty. Usually at sorry, I'm so sorry. At the second part of the day at 10 a.m. You won't find any place here. It's the Shacharit part. Oh, the more water, free water. See, it was worth it. Let me take one. Look at those beautiful Ethiopian Jews with the colorful umbrellas. In the Western world, they will divide it, they are divided it to women department and men department, like most of the Jewish synagogues. Then this, what you saw is the men department. The women department, let me enter to it, although I'm not supposed to do that, but I'm doing it. The women department is here. They are shouting, don't stop here, go in, further in. Well, that was the first part of, sorry about my voice, I don't know what's happened to me, or I didn't wake up yet, and I'm trying to hide from the sun. And the next video will be of the prayer, the priestly prayer itself. Then it might be part of that video, might be not. Then don't go away. First of all, my dear Christians and Jews, please subscribe to my channel. I'm not working because of the war for more than half a year. And if you want to support my channel, you can do that via YouTube. Super thanks next to the like button. And inside, at the description, the text beneath, I will add more text about the priestly prayer, and you will see 2 links of Buy Me Coffee and PayPal. You are the only income of mine for the next year. And thank you for doing it. See you in my next video. Bye bye.